Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Papercoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it is Saturday. It is BOLO day. BOLO means be on the lookout. And what we do is we do a deep dive into our eBay sales and we tell you what sold, why they sold, and what to look for when you are out there. And Mr. Magazine, take it away.
All right. Finally had some time to dig out some toys that have been sitting around. And I got a new lister that's, he knows comics, he knows toys and action figures. I got these up. Thundercats LGN lot of 3 figures. Obviously, he didn't know their names, neither did I, but they're all Thundercats. They're not mint, they're not complete with weapons, but they did sell for $87.
And that's what I was just going to ask you is, would you have gotten more if you had done some research on it? And I don't know any of the figures whatsoever, but you said Thundercats, figure lots, Golden Girl, Monkey Face, middle guy.
Right, yeah. I mean,
whatever her names are.
Probably if you list them individually, again, I think we're going down the road where we had a He-Man collection. Mm-hmm. And they were all mint with weapons in separate bags. So I told my lister, I go, list these individually. They're mint, they're weapons, you know they're complete, and we got top dollar for them. These, we don't know their names, they're not mint, they're not complete. Lot them together, whatever. If they go for 20, I still made money. If they go for 80, made a lot more money. So I can't complain.
Right, okay.
All right, next up. And where are we? Here we are. Picked up a Spider-Man collection, high grade, raw. They need to be graded, so I'm upgrading my collection at some point and selling off the lower graded stuff. This is a decent grade. It's Amazing Spider-Man 79 from 1969, Prowler's second appearance, and I got $125 for it.
One bid, so you put it up for the auction and ended up getting a bid on it. Nice.
Yeah, and I know the market's softer now, so I told my lister, I go, actually put it up high, because if it doesn't sell, then we got to put it on sale, take offers, and I really don't want to blow these out too cheaply. So, but yeah, happy with that. It's what I wanted. I got what I wanted. Made a few bucks, and now I can get mine graded, and mine hopefully will be an 8 or higher.
Right. Nice.
All right, back with the toys, digging out stuff. Vintage 1985 Hasbro G.I. Joe Moray Hydrofoil. It's incomplete. It's as is, and it went for $50.
Now, what size? The 85s. Those were the smaller size figures, right?
3 3/4 figures, like the Star Wars figure. Yep, definitely. Yep.
So if that's worth $50, what's it worth, like mint and box?
Oh, 100, if not 1,000, if it's sealed or something. I'm sure. Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely. Yep. Yep. This stuff's hot, especially if it's high grade, mint complete. Absolutely. All right, next up, Millennium Peace Heavy Rescue. This was from a Code 3. Now, this was from about a little over 2 years ago. I had 113 on this. No one's wanted it for 2 years. Some guy kept bugging me for $60, and you know what? It's probably worth $60. I could use $60. I'm still making money, so I took the $60.
So, and how long did you say it was?
A little over 2 years and a month or two.
Okay. Yep. So sometimes you just have to let things go to get money for the next collection.
Not that my memory's great, but I'm sure I don't remember any $80 offers. So I'm thinking no one's wanted this. Maybe it was priced too high to begin with. I don't know, but you know what? It's out of here, and I'm moving on. Next up, all right, Matt Corral. Never heard of him. Panthers 2022 Optic Rookie Blue Cracked Ice out of 15. Now, I had $85 on this. I probably did not pay a lot of money since I don't know who this guy is. So someone made an offer of $50, and I took it because the market's not strong. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe he's going to be some starting quarterback. Who knows? I don't care. I made some money and moved on. It's that time of year.
It's limited out of 15.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it's that time of year where I got to pay some bills, and again, I'm making money regardless.
Let me ask you a question. It brings up a question.
Sure.
How long have they been doing low-numbered cards? Because obviously they did it like out of 100,000 years ago.
20 years probably.
20 years.
Yeah, at least 20 years. Well, longer than that, because Brady was a rookie in, 2000, and Manning 2019, 2020, and they were doing one-of-ones then.
Or 2000.
I'm sorry, 2000 and 2000, yeah, 2000, yeah, whatever it is.
A while ago.
Yeah.
So, if you had a out of 15 card of some scrub, hate to put it that way, but some scrub from 2002, what is that worth?
So it depends on what it came out of. If it came out of basic common stuff, it's probably $5. But if it came out of like a flawless or an immaculate, it could be 25 to 50.
Okay. Yeah. So there's some value to them regardless.
Yeah, some one-of-ones or one-of-15s or whatever are worth more because they come out of a higher end, more sought-after box. Mm-hmm. All right, digging through some posters, found this Creature from the Black Lagoon 1972 3D re-release. Oh, gee, is that the original gangster movie or something? What's going on here?
Exactly.
But I went for $295. I think we put it up for this
Wow.
price. We ran some comps. I said, go high again because you never know. And again, the person that sold hers for 300, maybe in less condition, I don't know, but this was in decent shape and it did sell.
You got 2 bids though, also.
Yeah,
So
yeah, very
nice.
cool. Can't argue with that. Am I still going here?
You are.
I am still going here. I had this for a while. G.I. Joe, G.I. Elmer, the Unbeaten Team, World War One, World War Two, made by Rulli, wooden push toy. Excellent condition. I feel like it's in the original box too somewhere.
Oh,
It's
wow.
got some paperwork. I bought 2 of these probably 5 years ago. I think I sold one for 50 2 or 3 years ago, and this one's been sitting for a while. So, but they did pay what I was asking, $50.
That seems low, doesn't it?
It does seem low, and it's in great shape, and it's got.
What
paperwork
size
with
is it?
I would say it's probably 8 to 10
I would say
inches. The
about 8
duck from
inches
head
for
to toe, yeah. And that rod's probably it's the sizes of the banker
Right.
diagonally, so it's probably 1.5 feet.
Wow. Huh.
But it took a while, but we move on.
That is true. Alrighty, so the first item that I have here is Mohawk Airlines Flyer, or Fly, Saratoga Racetrack Horse Racing ad bill. Literally a single-sided sheet of paper, and if you look at it there, it's 3 1/4 by 9 inch, and it's just one of those things that you can find out there, like in a bunch of other stuff, travel stuff and that kind of thing. Ended up taking a $10 offer on it, which with free shipping, which is a low offer. The gentleman also bought another item that I had from Mohawk, and he was really nice. He said, "Look, I've been collecting this stuff for years. Here's what it's worth." And I kind of agreed with him that probably was what it was worth.
Yeah.
And because he was buying 2 of them, he ended up paying $22 for this and another similar type item. But again, I'm happy with it as well because I think I paid $1 a piece for him or
Yeah,
something
move
like
it
that.
out, move
So
it
I moved it out. He added some stuff to his collection he didn't have. But again, these things, they don't take up much space. They don't look like very much.
Yeah.
And you can get, even $10 out of it is not bad.
Cool.
Because you're not going to pay a lot for it.
Yeah.
Speaking of another thing you're not going to pay a lot for, this is Cinerama, 1952 ad brochure, Eltel's Palace Theater, Chicago, Illinois. And like most of these kind of things, this ad brochure came inside of a program. Because that's just where these things end up being at. Somebody's passing the things out or they're at the show or whatever, you just throw it in your program. So always look for these things inside the program. I ended up selling for, somebody was watching and I made them a 10% off offer. They accepted it, so it went for $18.18. Look at how I can do that math.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. But again, that's why I always say look inside of programs. Nobody cares what's in there. They'll sell it to you. They're not going to raise the price because they go, oh, it's got 2 brochures in it.
Right.
And you can end up getting more money out of the brochures than you're paying for the program. Next up. Stand By, AFTRA, New York Television and Radio Artists Union, 1950s magazine, mentions payola. Actually, as we are doing this, the AFTRA is on strike, so it probably was in the news, and that's probably why people are into this kind of thing over here. I picked these up, and I ended up taking a $120 offer on them. Obviously, only available to people inside the industry, so it's going to be kind of a rare type item. That being said, it took 3 years to sell and a strike to sell it. But kind of just interesting things you can find out there.
Yeah.
And there wasn't enough good content to list these individually, which is why I ended up putting them all together in one big lot. I know Mr. Magazine's become more of a fan of lots over time.
Lots of money.
There you go. I'm still not a huge fan of lots, but I pick and choose, and this was a perfect thing to put into because I didn't see any hook to sell these individually.
Gotcha.
Up next. You would have seen this. Well, Mr. Magazine wouldn't because he doesn't watch the channel, but the rest of you would have seen this in the haul video for Madison Bachville. And I actually mentioned this. I think I paid $1, $2 for it. Go back and watch it and hit the like button over there and you'll see. But anything chiropractic always sells good if it's early. And this is 1927, so it's fairly early. As I remember, chiropractic, it was around early 1900s. So this is fairly early within it. This is the second or third print of this. The book came out a few years earlier, which I found out when I was doing research listing it. But I couldn't find any of these booklets out there. I ended up selling it for $70. Not bad at all for $1 investment out there. So
I'll buy that for $1.
Yep, I will buy as many of those as
All
people
day
can give
long.
me. Yep. So definitely do look for chiropractic things when you are out there. Let's make a deal? No, let's make butter. That's even better than a deal. 1967 National Dairy Council classroom wall poster. This is kind of neat. Just a neat little item over here. You cut along the line, make a puppet out of it, and let's make butter. We make butter. Got $25 out of it, though. And again, I don't know why somebody bought this.
It's great. Good for you. It means you're a genius. That's why.
I'm just looking at it. See what
all you need is one person that wants it. And only 6 people have seen it in 2 years?
No, they reset it so in a month, yeah. 9 by 12. So it's a 9 by 12, so it's not even that large of an item right over there. Don't know why. You know what could have happened? This could have been up in somebody's classroom.
True, yeah.
You could have been a kid and set this up, and you come across it and say, "Oh my God, I remember this from 2nd grade," and then you go and you.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be 73 years old right now, but still, who cares? And with a good memory.
And have $25. Yeah. And the last thing I have over here, and I've survived a few of these. I've sitting next to Mr. Magazine throughout the years.
True.
The gas attack, World War I, March 1919, 27th Infantry Division, New York State Comes Home magazine. Got $68 out of it. I didn't know what it was when I bought it. I saw it. I thought maybe it was some kind of a movie or a play or something other like that. But I was out and about, out in the wild, and I didn't really want to sit there and do a lot of research on it out there.
Yeah.
And they wanted a couple of bucks for it, so I said, look, I don't know what it is, but I know it's worth a couple of dollars, definitely. Bought it, came home, ended up taking quite a bit of time to research and actually figure out exactly what it is. It was one of those probably 15, 20 minutes worth of research to figure it out, but I ended up getting $68 out of $2.
Now, is what she's wearing Art Deco? Is that considered that or no?
It's just before the Art Deco. It was kind of an Art Nouveau kind of deal. It's kind of right on the edge.
Gotcha.
Yep. But yeah, it's kind of interesting looking for sure as well. And that's kind of what caught my eye on it too. And again, I thought with it being called the gas attack, I thought maybe it was some kind of a play or something or other like that. But again, when you're out there and you can find something or other like this and you can buy right on it, don't necessarily worry about what it is.
Yeah.
Buy it and you can do the research later. Now, if they'd asked $25 on it, I wouldn't have bought it.
Sure.
I need to know a little more. They're asking a couple of bucks on it. Worst case scenario, I take it, I bring it home, and I find out it's nothing any good, and I can still get my $2 out of it regardless.
It's good reading when you're in the bathroom having a gas attack.
There you go. Definitely do appreciate everybody coming on by. Mr. Magazine knocked me off my game right there. Hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.